Hello. I'm here. Yes. We good? I'm not muted. All right. Awesome. Sweet. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Before we start, do you guys have anything you got to say? Any
Rest
first
in
things
peace,
first?
Van Halen.
Yeah. Rip Van Halen.
Hurts my soul.
You know,
I,
it sucks.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Van Halen is?
No,
What?
What the heck?
What?
of course, no, I do not.
How do you not know who Van Halen
You know what?
is?
You know who is Chance? Who even is Chance?
I
I
mean,
don't know
who's
Chance.
That's true. I mean, I got to give Chance a little bit of credit because he doesn't know who Van Halen is, and you don't know what Final Fantasy is. You thought it was like Mortal Kombat, so I guess we give or take. I
I'm
guess we give
still
or
not
take a little bit.
100% convinced otherwise.
We're in a video game podcast, Grant, and you don't know what Final Fantasy is. Yikes! Yikes! That's okay. I wanna run the intro, and we'll just go.
Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-da-bum.
Is this working? I think this is working, right? Motherfucker, I don't even know. Open up Twitch. Are we done with this? Is it over? Hello, it's over. Sorry, one sec. I have to pull up my phone to hold on. I was trying to make this work while the intro was going, but it didn't work. We there? I think we're there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are there. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BroTalk. My name is Dan. I'm your host. Today is a Tuesday. The what? Tuesday the what?
The
The
6th
6th.
of October.
There's a dog barking in the background, so if you hear that, I'm real sorry. I can't help it. We have idiot neighbors who like to not discipline their dogs, so there's that. But yeah, this is number 20. Can you guys believe we're on number 20? Numero 20. Man,
That's a lot of
that's a milestone.
podcasts.
20 with almost no increase
Uh,
in people.
In fact, if you look at our
I can only
YouTube
do so
statistics,
much.
we have decreased. So that's something as well.
I can only do so much, boys. That's all I'm saying. I'm only one man, and there's four of us in this thing. Anyway, while we're here, before we start, there's two bros. There's Grant and there's Chance, because Tim is still sick with the coronavirus. Nor does he have a computer. I don't think he fixed his computer either, and he probably won't do that for a while because of the virus, and he's not working. So rip that. Anyway, as always, I'm going to ask you guys a question. I'm going to ask you both the same question, and you both just kind of have to say whatever the answer is right off the top of your head. What deodorant do you use?
Axe Wolf, or not Axe, freaking Old Spice Wolf Thorn. Right now.
Chance.
I mean, I just use whatever's in the cabinet.
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
used
Wait.
to use-
I'm gonna pause
So what if
right
there's
there. Just
what if
whatever's
there's
in the
nothing in the
cabinet, like
cabinet?
it might not be
Any-
yours, but
any
it's in the
deodorant
cabinet.
That's in the cabinet, yeah.
Like it, like
So,
it's
like,
not. It might
Degree?
not be yours, but it's in the cabinet.
No. Terry has his, and I have mine. But I
So-
have like a wide variety of like random deodorants because I don't care. It's just deodorant. Who cares?
Okay. I respect that. I used to be able to do that with whatever kind of deodorant, but then there came a point to where, like, with a lot of people, there's a certain chemical that they put in like Old Spice and like super smelly deodorants that is actually a lot of men are allergic to, and it pretty much just feels like your skin is on fire. So I can't use Old Spice because of whatever ingredient it is. It literally makes it feel like my armpits are on fire, so I can't freaking
Wowzers.
wear it. Hi, Terry.
Side
But yeah.
note: my face be looking like a connect the dot thing of the sky at night. What is
Bruh, you
this?
can almost paint the little
Yeah,
dipper
boop,
on
boop,
that
boop.
thing.
Boop.
Little dipper.
And then
Oh,
if
that
I
is
had
the
like
little
one
dipper.
here
Look
and
at
here,
that.
I can do like 4 of them, but I need like 2 more.
Bruh, look at that.
Bro, what the frick?
Look at that.
I hate this one
Fat
too.
rip.
That one's fat.
Fat rip. Anyway, we're your bros, and we're going to talk to you about some news that a lot of. Well, actually, I when did I find all this stuff? I can't remember when I found it, but it's within the last few days.
You've been
So
grinding.
been grinding, dude. I've been so freaking busy when it comes to all this stuff. I can't keep up with it anymore. First things first, Xbox is developing new game IPOs. How do you guys feel about new games? Something that we don't know about yet. Are you excited about anything new? What excites you? Let me rephrase this. What kind of games do you guys want? What are you excited to play?
I mean, I'm pretty excited for Cyberpunk, but other than that, I really haven't seen much else on anything really that interests me. I haven't even seen that much on Halo Infinite since the last time we talked about it.
Mm,
Yeah, Infinite's kind of a rip
Infinite's a
right
bust.
now.
I mean, Star Wars Squadrons, that's a pretty good game.
Hey, I saw a
Honestly.
little bit of gameplay on that H2O Delirious. I saw a video of him just absolutely destroying people.
I am awful at flight simulation combat games. I'm not exactly the best, but I'm always very shaky with it.
I definitely can't do that. I feel like I would get nauseous and sick, especially with how like in depth that game is. I feel like it would take too much brain power, and then it would just like make me nauseous.
Dan, don't you have the biggest brain? The
I do have a
galaxy
watermelon brain. I do have a watermelon brain, but that doesn't mean that I won't get nauseous. But yeah, as of right now, there are two new independent projects that are out in or that are in production through Xbox Game Studios. One of them is made by ZeniMax, the Elder Scrolls Online developers. From what we know, is a brand new IP that has been in pre-production since 2018. It is a large open world. That's literally all we know, and then it's going to use a new game engine. So hopefully, it's something that's really freaking good. Maybe it's some sort of like Elder Scrolls kind of thing. Who knows? But yeah.
I do like
and then
me
the
some
second,
open world.
the second IP is being produced by Arcane Austin. They're the people who made Dishonored and Prey, if you know what those games are. It's going to be story-driven single-player title, blends the FPS and RPG genres, and emergent gameplay like player choice will play a vital role, and that's all we know.
I like that as well.
Yeah. So yeah, two games coming out. Here, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. If you could build any kind of game, it doesn't have to be something on lines of Cyberpunk. It could be like the game that you would want to build. What would you build and why?
I don't know. I feel like personally I'd want to do some sort of real-time strategy.
I respect that. I do like me a good RTS.
Either an RTS or a type of thing with kind of what like Total War does.
Yeah, so kind of like a mixture between a Mountain Blade and
Like a turn-based.
yeah, turn-based. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I can see that being fun.
I do like I want to get into I wanted to get back into my roots of what I wanted to end up doing when I went to technical school, and I want to return to figuring out how to code, but I don't know, I haven't had like the energy to do it lately.
Just
or
gotta do
since
it.
then. I know you just
do it.
gotta do it, but a lot of it's like having energy and the drive to do it.
I get that. I get that when you like there's just so much going on and then you're just tired, so it's like I can't do it or like I don't want to do it. I get that. I 100% understand. Grant, if you had to make a game, what kind of game would you make? Or let's say this, if you don't know a game to make, what kind of game would you want to revive?
So what I would like to see, there's a couple of different Assassin's Creed games that I would like to see made, and one is like Assassin's Creed like Crusader, like do it as like knights more, and also a more modern one. Even though I don't like when they switch into like the modern world, I absolutely hate the whole Abstergo thing. I just want the Assassin's Creed part. But
Yeah.
I think if the whole game was modernized a little bit, I think maybe I could enjoy that. Maybe I would absolutely hate it, but I'd like to see it either way. I just don't
get
want to
that, I
switch
get that.
between time periods because that's obnoxious.
I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I mean, look at him. You switch between time periods and Age of Empires.
Never played that.
It's true.
That
I
makes me real sad.
I wasn't a big
That you
fan.
never played it.
I wasn't a big
You know
fan
what
of
makes
Age of
me
Empires.
real sad, Chance? That I know
What?
that you probably haven't played Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Complete Edition since it came out.
I have actually, and I do have fun with it.
Yeah,
I do enjoy it. So
Dan?
I own that.
suck it.
Hold on, well, I'll check that later because it's gonna screw everything up. But I'm pretty sure I got that. And if I didn't get it, oh well. I never will play it.
It's not an oh well, it's
Honestly.
a you missed out on getting Roller Coaster
That's
Tycoon
okay, dude.
3.
You
That's
missed out on
okay.
getting that complete edition.
Oh
That
jeez.
is okay.
Ugh.
Moving on. Xbox Series features. There's 10 features that we know of right now. Well, 10 features that we know of that most people might not know of, if that makes sense. And I'll just kind of read them off. We talked about this a couple episodes ago. Xbox Series X and the Series S will support Dolby Vision. So there's that. Pretty much is just like better visuals and better audio. So everything's going to be like pristine quality. Yeah, if anyone has an Xbox One, the backgrounds, you could like change the background picture. Now it's going to be dynamic, so stuff's going to be able to move and whatnot. So it's going to look a little better on the dashboard. There's a cool new feature that a lot of people have been talking about, and you can preload games on a disc, or you can preload the game before the disc arrives. Which I'm not sure how they're going to do that, because wouldn't it just be better to then get it digitally? Because I mean, you're already downloading the entire game. You see what I'm saying? Like, are they just going to have every single file able to download, so then you can download it, and then you just need the disc to like unlock the paywall? I don't know, but I think that's kind of cool. If you have kids, go ahead, Chance.
I was gonna say, just having to buy a disc to unlock a paywall. I feel like people could get around that.
Oh, I know. I have no clue how it's going to work. I have no clue. Excuse me,
like-
how it's going to work. But
Like, how do you even
mean,
claim like, hey, I totally bought the disc, let me download it? Like, what?
I mean, maybe it's as like simple as putting the disc in and then it sends like a code. I don't know. I still
So-
feel like having a disc for something like that is you could easily get around it.
So let me just read what Microsoft is planning on. They're saying that you can preload from the Microsoft Store even if you don't own the game. Once a disc arrives, you simply pop it in and you're good to go. The disc only acts as a license, and all the files and updates are already installed. Now your game will actually be ready to play on day one. Which again, it's just like you can download it on your Xbox, figure out a way to jerry-rig it onto some hard drive or USB, and then you have the entire game. You just have to crack the license. Like I feel like that's like they're what I think Microsoft is doing, and they're not fully understanding what they're doing, is they're like going into pirate territory. Like, people are going to pirate so many games now because you can download all the files straight from the Microsoft Store. You don't have to own the game at all. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I can see piracy being a huge thing if this was to actually go down without certain stipulations. But if you are a parent, or if for whatever reason you really like screwing with your roommates and you all share the same Xbox, Xbox is going to have a family settings in their app. So, let's just say I have a kid and the kid is 10 years old or whatever. I can put certain stipulations on to where I see all the friends he has. I see all the messages he sends, which I think is kind of good, especially, if you have a really young kid who wants to play on Xbox. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool feature. This is one of the big things that everyone's talking about. All right. So if you don't know this yet, I feel bad for you. You will be able to quick resume games. Pretty much what that is you will be able to have, they say several, but I would assume anywhere from 3 to 6, depending on how big the game is. I'm not sure exactly what the technicalities are on that one, so I guess we'll see when it actually comes out and people are allowed to talk about it. But you're going to be able to pretty much, let's just say, you're playing Cyberpunk, and then all of a sudden you're like, I want to go to Call of Duty. You play Call of Duty for an hour. I want to go back to Cyberpunk. You'll be able to seamlessly load into Cyberpunk just like that, like you never quit. So that's a really cool thing that they're going to be doing.
I feel like that would put a lot of strain on the console.
Have you seen the specs for that thing, though? That thing is beefy.
I mean, it's beefy, but you're still running 2 instances of a game on console.
One of them is
Well,
also
and-
paused though.
Yes.
Well, but either way, you
Inside.
still have the game loaded.
At the same time, though, here's the thing. I'm not sure if it's literally keeping that one instance running, if that makes sense. I'm not too sure how they're going to do that, especially with with hardware being a thing. But I would assume that what would happen is it would take what it is, kind of like a save file, if you will. It'll kind of condense that, kind of put it in the background and kind of like run it on the back burners. And then when you swap to it, you'll be able to switch into it. It might load for like 5 seconds or something like that, but then you'll be able to go into it. That's what I would assume what would happen. There's a lot of embargoes and stuff right now, so people aren't actually They can test it, but they're not able to report about it. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. So I guess we'll find out later. You'll be able to choose from 3 different types of spatial audio. So however you want your audio to sound within the 3 different ranges is how your audio is going to sound. So that's going to be cool. That goes with the Dolby, the Dolby, what is it? Audio stuff. I don't know. Dolby Audio, whatever that is.
Adobe Audio. Are you talking about
Yeah.
like the kind of stuff that they have in like movie theaters, like the surround sound?
Yeah,
Okay.
that stuff. So if anyone has Microsoft Rewards, which is like, you know how like if you use Bing, you get those points or whatever it is.
Points?
So if you use Bing, you get like Microsoft points or something like that. You can look at it. Go to Bing.com, and pretty much like if you use Bing's search engine, you get these points. They're adding a thing to where you can earn Microsoft reward points. You know, I'm not sure exactly what that is because I never use it. Just by playing games. So there's that if you're into it.
Okay.
Some older games are getting HDR support. GTA 4, for example. That's about the only one that we know. And Fusion Frenzy.
Of course, it's a GTA. Of course, it's a Grand Theft Auto game.
All I'm saying is, who the frick wants to play GTA 4 when you have GTA 5 and GTA 6 is definitely in the works? Question mark.
Hey, is that confirmed though?
Yeah, it's well, I mean, it's not been confirmed, but they've pretty much like there's so many things that point at it. There's been job offers at Rockstar to work on a new game. There's already like, oh shoot, what was it? Someone leaked about the map being like every map or like double the size of Los Santos, something like that. You can look into it if you want. I can't remember exactly because it's been a while, but GTA 6 is pretty much confirmed. Unconfirmed, unofficially confirmed. Yeah. And then the last thing about the new Xbox that a lot of people might not know is that you can use everything Xbox One accessory wise on the new consoles. So all your controllers, headsets. I don't know if you have a remote, you can use a remote, but all that stuff you'll be able to use. So that's pretty cool.
I think
Alright.
that in particular is a big play for them because PlayStation already said no. They already said your
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 stuff is not going to work, and Xbox is like, sure.
Yeah. PlayStation can suck one. It's kind of funny to see the differences in Xbox just wants to make games and they want to give you a really powerful console that you can play those games on. You don't have to upgrade if you don't want to. The only improvements are going to be load times and visuals. That's really about it. You can still use your controllers. You can still use your headsets. You don't have to upgrade literally everything to play this new stuff. But PlayStation and Sony, they're just like, bruh, listen, if you want to play the new stuff, you have to literally get everything new controllers, new games, which are going to cost more, new console, all this stuff. It's just kind of funny to me to see that Sony is really pushing for next gen when Microsoft is like, bruh, just play games.
Okay.
I like that.
I like it. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Just play your games.
Yeah, just play your games, bro. It's that easy.
Just play them.
I also think it's kind of
Be a
funny
player.
how excuse me. I also think it's funny how Xbox is already like they're working with Nintendo because I don't know if you guys saw, but the new Smash character is Steve, the Minecraft guy. So like if Nintendo has that partnership or they have that deal, then I wonder what else, they're going to exchange. So, Sony's just being left in the dust and they're trying to do their own thing while all these other companies are working together. It's really funny.
2021 console, the Nintendo Switch box.
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch box.
Nintendo
gonna be-
Switch box.
It's going to be twice the size. It's going to have 2 different screens.
It's literally a 32-inch monitor.
The Microsoft Nintendo box. It's going to be great. Let's talk about Sea of Thieves a little bit. And again, this goes on the harassment thing that we talked about last week. But I feel like this is something that really needs to be talked about because what happened is there was some negativity in the community. There's a lot of crap going down, a lot of just not okay stuff. A lot of big streamers said, no, we don't stand by this. And because Rare hasn't done anything, we're pretty much going to boycott it. What happened is there is this couple, and they posted a statement on Twitter, but it's one of those like tweet longer things, to where you can type like a book if you wanted to. And so they wrote something on there pretty much saying that like we don't support any of this. Long story short, no, like we're done. Freaking Rare the creator behind Sea of Thieves came out and said like, nah, we're done with you. Like, we're just gonna cut you from our partnership and everything. So like, instead of dealing with the harassment, this company just cut this partner off because the partner was saying like, we're done. Like, this is stupid. You need to fix your crap.
And
That's something.
because of that, the harassment got worse.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Well, I mean, of
instead
course.
of people just being like, oh well, yeah, targeting him or whatever they were doing, they like actually started sending threats to him, being like, yo, like this is what happens when you try to get us in trouble. Like, oh,
Yeah.
take that. And it's like, what the heck? Like, just deal with the harassment instead of getting rid of your literal partner programs. Like, it. No, it's
It's
just a
kind of
completely wrong way.
it's kind of funny how you hear about games being toxic like League of Legends, but this takes on a whole new level of toxicity for me because not only do you have a company just saying, nah, like we're done with your partnership, like we're just going to axe it, but yet they do nothing about the harassment before or after someone comes out to try and say something. That literally shows you either one of two things in my mind, one of two things. One, straight dog crap. Like either the game is really that dead and you're relying on your player base that you have now, regardless of how toxic they are, to keep it alive, or two, you literally just suck that bad as a company and you're literally using it as a cash whore, pretty much. Like that's all you're using it for, is a cash whore. Like
Cash or
why else would you not try and like curb stomp all this toxicity, because somehow some way you're making money off of it and you know that your game is dead. That's the only thing I can think about. So that's really unfortunate. I hope that companies see this and they say, no, we don't want to be like Rare. Rare's probably going to die off too, which is also really bad because it's a big part of the Microsoft program, which is no bueno.
no bueno.
Because I really like Rare. I know.
Well, Rare,
Banjo-Kazooie?
yeah, but that was before Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts came out.
Yeah, I know that one was crap. I
Oh,
didn't
and
get
then
that one.
everything. The second they got picked up by Microsoft and started doing a lot of their avatar, like Xbox avatars, like games and stuff, I feel is when it went downhill. Honestly, like the second Microsoft picked them up is when Rare became a lot worse.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. The one thing I really miss though is like I really miss the good old days of the Nintendo 64 or the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, just like Ratchet and Clank style games, or like Banjo-Kazooie kind of games, or Donkey Kong 64 kind of games. I miss those. Those are so much fun. I want to play DK64 again because that was like one of the best games as a kid. I would still argue it's one of the best games right now, but hey.
Dude, I own a copy of it on my actual 64. It's so good.
I owned it, and then my mom sold it because she's an idiot. I love my mom, but she was so stupid to sell that thing, dude. She sold it for nothing.
I'm sure you could probably find a relatively okay-ish price one on the internet, like on eBay or something.
You know what? I'm gonna look that up right now.
That's what I was just doing as well.
eBay Nintendo 64.
Honestly, I've been wanting to collect a lot of the Nintendo 64s that had like the see-through, like the different color see-through ones. I always thought those were pretty cool.
Depending on the person, you can find it anywhere from about $80 up.
And Donkey Kong 64 itself is like $40.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's decently priced.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I just thought that it would definitely not be as much. I'm looking at this. Hold on. I'm looking at this bundle. It is oh my goodness. It is some snowboarding game, a Pac-Man game, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Knockout Kings 2000, Zelda Ocarina of Time, Master Quest, Pokemon Stadium, Madden Football 64, and Super Mario 64. $160 for those 8 games, excuse me. I guess isn't too bad, believe it or not. It's just interesting to me how retro consoles and all that stuff, all the like retro games and everything, they're like just as expensive, if not more expensive than most modern day things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's because people like the old stuff.
That's true.
You know, I still like all those old games, and I take great pride in having mine and keeping mine as well kept as it is.
Oh, what about Spider-Man, the old Spider-Man 64 game with the red cartridge? Did you ever play that?
I did not.
Oh,
I
so
played an
good.
old Spider-Man game, but I think it was on the PlayStation 1, I want to say.
Mm.
Might have been 2.
Yeah, that old
Oh,
Spider-Man game was so cool. If you beat the game, depending on like, I don't remember like exactly how it was, but you unlock different costumes. You would unlock Carnage. You could play as Carnage. You could play as like actual Venom. You could play as Peter Parker and all his different outfits. It was so cool. One of the best Spider-Man games. Don't at me.
oh, what the? Oh my goodness! I'm sitting here looking at some of these, like the see-through grape, like the grape-colored 64s. Someone's selling it for $205. It is not worth that much.
I don't think it is.
The one that we had was the translucent green.
Oh yeah, the see-through green.
Yep.
Ooh, that must be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, the one that I had was just like the straight up black.
straight up.
Oh,
That's the only one I
no,
got.
no, 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 no. I think I had the purple one, the see-through purple one. Maybe it was either that or black. I can't remember because it was so many years ago.
See-through purple.
Yeah, I just remember having it. It was so much fun.
Dude, I'm sorry. Best games on 64, don't even at me, are Mario 64, Donkey Kong 64, Mario Kart, Ocarina of Time, and did I say Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then it was like Blast Zone or something. I'm trying to remember what it was
No,
called. It was like a wrecker game.
no, dude. One of the most fun games was the pod racing game on the 64.
Oh, Star Wars Pod
That was
Racer.
fun.
Yeah,
It was. Oh my goodness. So there came a point in time where it was way too hard. Like I don't. I remember being young, so it was probably because I was young and I didn't understand what was going on. But Lord have mercy, there came a point in that game where I don't know what it was, but I just couldn't win. I was so bad.
bro,
You're
just
just
go,
bad,
dude.
Dan.
I know.
Listen, man,
Bad.
Smash on 64 and 007.
Smash and 007.
Best games.
Yeah, Smash was pretty good on the 64. I remember that I found Luigi one day and then I didn't realize how to get NES cuz that was a time before like cheat codes were really a thing or like game guides. So I remember trying to scour the internet, couldn't find anything. That was unfortunate. I knew they were in the game, I just couldn't find them.
Get good.
Yeah, there you go. Just get good.
Just get
Yeah,
good.
just get good. You want to know what else needs to get good? The PlayStation 5 because you're not going to be able to transfer your saves from the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5.
That's horse crap, dude. I don't care who you
I just
are.
love how little PlayStation cares right now about the consumer. They're just like, you know what? Screw you.
Like here's the thing. I can understand if there's some sort of technological barrier to where you can't transfer it. But let's be honest, we're in 2020. You should be able to figure out how to transfer saves. It can't be that hard. It seriously can't be that hard. Especially because all it is a save file. All you're doing is you're taking pretty much lines of code and saying it is this far. That's pretty much all you're doing. You have these items. Like I mean, I'm not a game developer, so I don't know any of that stuff, but I would assume it's not that hard.
I mean, even when I switched from Xbox 360 to Xbox One, I switched before Rockstar banned this, but I like transferred my whole GTA account. Like, it's not that difficult. They've been doing it for years. So why not now?
Dude, it's really stupid. So, little side note, when I bought GTA, so I bought GTA 5 on PC like a month before it went free on the Epic Game Store. So, rip that, wasted $10. But I tried to then get my like because I played GTA on the Xbox, so I tried to get GTA 5 to like transfer the save from Xbox to PC, and they're like, "No, you had to do that over 3 years ago." And I was like, "But I just bought it. Can't you do something?" "No, you had to do it 3 years ago." And I was like,
Yeah.
"What?"
They
Like that's so
banned it because
stupid.
of
Why
all
can't you do
the
it?
money hackers.
Yeah, but still, it's so stupid. Like, why can't they do it now when the game is like?
Wait.
I
What
don't
do you
want to
mean
say
by
dead.
money hacker?
There was like a ton of
On
people doing
PC.
money drops and stuff, like spawning in money, and then they're transferring accounts and things. Because like on old gen, it's super easy to hack, but they're like hacking it on old gen, transferring their accounts to next gen, and then they're able to get like all the new stuff from the updates.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's still money hackers. The very first lobby I was on when I played PC, the dude was like, "Come to blah blah blah, and I'll drop you money." I made like a couple $1 million just by standing there. It was so nice.
PC has like the most hackers, and then Xbox 360 and PlayStation 4. No, PlayStation 3 both have them as well, like a lot of them. But the I guess not quite next gen anymore since we have the PC, PS5 coming out, and Xbox Series X. But on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, there's not really like hardly any hackers that I've seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like people doing like car glitches, but not hacking.
Yeah.
Car glitches.
Car glitches. For the most part, I'm pretty sure everything is. I mean, like at least not on like console and stuff, but or at least not on PC, but like on console and stuff. Most of the hacks and stuff are pretty tame, I would think.
Not as extravagant as they used to be.
I don't know,
not as
man.
extravagant.
Once an Xbox, well, I guess it was Xbox 360, but someone like teleported me to the airport inside of a cage, and I just couldn't leave the cage. I was literally trapped. I had to leave the server to be able to get out of it, and I was like, what the heck?
I like that.
Another time there was a Ferris wheel outside of my apartment, and I had like one of the apartments that's in the middle of the city, and I was like, oh, all right, that's chill.
That's cute.
It's good times.
Going back to the PlayStation save thing, though, I do want to make this thing. So of course you're not going to be able to transfer your saves from PS4 to PS5. Here's the thing: if you want to play PlayStation 4 games on the PlayStation 5, your save will then transfer. But if you were to upgrade per se, let's say you bought Cyberpunk on the PlayStation 4, right? And you're playing Cyberpunk on the PlayStation 4, and then you upgrade Cyberpunk to the PlayStation 5, so you have the PlayStation 5 and Cyberpunk for the PS5, then your save won't transfer. But if you use Cyberpunk's PlayStation 4 game on the PlayStation 5, the save will transfer. Do you see what I'm saying?
Honestly, that makes it even dumber.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, how hard can it be to just? Like, I mean, I don't
You're
care because
literally
it's PlayStation.
paying for the upgrade. Like,
oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. You're not paying. Like, there's certain games to where you're, if you go from 4 to 5, you don't pay for an upgrade. Cyberpunk is one of those games. You buy Cyberpunk once and you have it. Whatever console you play it on, and then whatever upgrade you go to, you have it. It's just really stupid how. Here's the big thing. The game that sparked this. It's not Cyberpunk. It's a new Spider-Man game, right? So Spider-Man on PlayStation 4. What did that come out like 2 years ago, something like that?
yeah.
If you want to play that copy on the PlayStation 5, you can, and your save will transfer. But if you get the remastered version, when you buy the like digital deluxe version of the Spider-Man Miles Morales or whatever that is, you can like pay, I think it's like $40 or whatever it is for the Miles Morales game. But then if you pay like $70, you get a remaster of the old Spider-Man. If you try to play the Spider-Man remastered, you're not able to transfer that save file, even though it's the same game. It's just remastered. Does that make sense? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said that right.
So it's really stupid to see that like you're able to like kind of transfer saves, but not really. It just depends on literally which disc you're using, or like which digital download you're using. If you're using a PlayStation 4 version, technically speaking, you can transfer saves across consoles. But if you're trying to play an old PlayStation 4 game, and then you're trying to upgrade the game, you can't then transfer the save on the PlayStation 5. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and it's really complicated for whatever dumb reason.
Super complicated
What a bummer.
for whatever reason. Got
Yeah.
it.
Like, I just really don't see, we're in 2020. Technology is at its peak right now. How hard is it to just transfer a save? Here's the thing, even if the save might not be updated, at least you have the save, so then you can beat it or whatever. Like, it just hurts my head to think that Sony is just so stupid about this. Maybe it really is something that is really hard to do. Maybe it is something that's like a technological barrier that they haven't come across, but I don't think so.
Transferring a save cannot be that hard.
Like, I can transfer my save from my computer to your computer. Totally different components, totally different everything, but it's fine. I mean, given that is I don't know. I don't know if that's a good comparison, but I feel like it is. Like, I could send that to you over the internet. I could send you my save file and you could play it. How hard can it be to do that on a different console when it's just better hardware?
Exactly.
Is it really that hard?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think it is, honestly. Because your save file is just a file. It's just something that you read to basically tell the game where you are.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't imagine that's too terribly complicated to make work on a newer console.
I mean, they obviously know how to do it if they're able to do some transfers, but they're just not allowing others, like when you upgrade.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. That doesn't make sense to me. How can you transfer some but not all? Beats me. I mean, here's the thing. I don't care because it's Sony, and I'm not going to get a PlayStation, so I really don't care. I think the thing that bothers me is that we live in an age to where we're able to build technology so efficiently, and our knowledge of said technology is just astronomically higher than, say, even 5 years ago. How hard can it be to just transfer a save to not squeeze out more money from people who just want to play a game on the newer console? I think that's where I stand. I think again, it could be a technical barrier, but I think it's a money thing. I don't know. I don't want to keep drawing at straws, but it just kind of bothers me. It irks me in the wrong way.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So, last thing we got to talk about. This is a little bit of a shorter one, but last thing we got to talk about. Regal and Cineworld cinemas to reportedly close if they can't fully function soon. This news came after the James Bond delay again. How do you guys feel about movie theaters closing down?
I kind of figured it was going to happen anyway. I mean, COVID's been going on pretty much since the beginning of the entirety of this year, and I guarantee you it's probably going to last a long time into 2021. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest. I'm going to be sad that movie theaters are gone because I think they're a good little thing to go and do for like a night out.
Yeah, a little treat.
It was definitely
But-
like it's a fun little thing to do, but I don't know, like I'm definitely not gonna be bummed about it. And I also think that when everything is over, like there's gonna be at least someone that's like, "Hey, I'm opening up a movie theater." I mean, what else are you gonna do with all these buildings? There's nothing else that you can put in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You also have to think about like how is the movie industry in and of itself going to change? You know,
So
like
gonna
are
go
we?
to
I mean,
streaming,
a lot
I
more
can
video on
guarantee you.
demand, which I mean,
Yeah.
that's I kind of like that because I'm like, you have like, so right now process they announce it, it goes into theaters, it stops being theaters, then like 3 months later you're able to get it.
Yeah.
Or right now they could be like, hey, we're announcing this movie and it'll be available next month. Done.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but you also have to look at it as like, what if? Because I don't think Mulan hit the numbers that they were going to hit. I mean, if you can't get the movies that you're making on it, or like if you can't make the money back, then what's going to happen? You know. Not to mention, it's like the thing is like you're able to pack a theater. You sell a ticket for, I don't know, let's just say $20. I'm not sure what it is where you're at, but it's right around $20 where we're at, including tax and all. I think you get taxed. I don't know. Anyway, $20 and you have 100 seats. That's $2,000 per showing. Not to mention if it's a super popular movie like Avengers, you're raking in. I think they're the most profitable movie of all time with over $1 billion. I think it's almost 2 billion or something like that.
Yeah.
Or is it more than that?
I don't know. I don't know what the numbers are on Mulan, but I think that they would have made more money doing a more of a Redbox type rental instead of saying $30 and you can watch as many times as you want, but it'll eventually be free anyways. I think they should have said, "Hey, pay us $3 for access to it for 48 hours." I would have done that, but there's no way that I'm paying $30 to see Mulan when I can wait a couple months and watch it for free.
I'm not gonna lie. I just found a site to watch Mulan. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, here's the thing, and me included. Like, I'm not saying that like I will go out and pirate stuff, but at the same time, like I don't have $30 to spend on a movie. If I can go to a site that I know of and I can find it, I'm gonna watch it there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but I can't drop $30 every time a movie comes out that I want to watch. Like, some people might say, "Oh, that's stupid. You're not being fair." Like, I shouldn't have to pay $30 to see a movie when I could pay $15 or $20 to go to the movie theater. I don't know. That to me is just
And
again,
the movie
like,
theater is a far better experience. I know that they're closed right now, but it still doesn't cost $30 when they're open.
You also have to think about it this way. You can still go to certain movie theaters. There's still movie theaters that are open right now.
I mean,
like,
our
weren't
local
you just
one in
always open?
Kalispell,
It's still open?
it was closed for a while. Right now they have like certain showings for like some movies. They're definitely not caught up to anything by any means, but
Yeah.
I think they've like chosen some older ones that have already been released, and also a couple of new ones. Like Tenet, I believe, is playing there.
Mm. Yeah, because I mean, you have to think about it. Like, people might, crucify me when I say this, but like, you can still go out and do things. You just have to be careful with what you do. You wear a freaking mask. You stay away from people. You don't touch anything. You wash your hands. If you're not 2 feet from someone and you're not breathing on them, you will more than likely be okay. If you're going stir crazy, you should be able to go to the movie theater and be incredibly safe, and you will 99.9% of the time be okay.
Yeah.
Like, people have been doing it. They haven't gotten infected. Like, all I'm saying, and like, I could care really less about movie theaters because I won't go to them. I don't go to them unless it's like a really big movie, because I don't have $20 to go every single week and watch a movie, or 40 because me and my wife. But like, at the same time, they can find ways to make it work. I think they're just staying closed because of whatever reason, and they're shooting themselves in the foot. They might not, of course, make all the money that they need to make, but they could be making some money. And I think that's where it falls short.
I mean,
Definitely.
even if it wasn't for COVID, they're still on a downward incline anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Streaming. So, I mean, eventually they would have to close their doors, I think.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. All I know is this: movie theaters are they're done. And I said this earlier, but I'm just really curious as to where the movie market, or the movie scene in and of itself, is going to go. Like, are we going to see a decline in movies? Are we going to see, an increase of smaller budget movies? Like, how is all of that going to work, especially if movie theaters are closed? Because that's how most companies, or most movies make their money, is at the movie theater. So who knows? Who knows? Yeah, that's what we got for our topics. Someone want to read games? One of you two, the games that are releasing this week?
So today
yeah, sure,
we've
go
got Baldur's Gate 3 and the Solitaire Conspiracy. Don't know what those are. I don't know what hardly any of these are.
Baldur's Gate looks pretty jank, not gonna lie. I mean, jank in a good way. I put it into your chat, into the memes. That little trailer that they have there for it freaks me out.
I've heard it's like D&D, like a really in-depth D&D.
Well, it's made by Larian Studios. I can't pronounce their name right, and they made the Divinity Original Sin games.
Okay.
So, and I've never heard of Baldur's Gate, and if this is the third one, I've been missing out on some games then that I probably should go find.
Well,
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Thursday, the I Am Dead for Switch and PC, I Can Fail for everything, Ride 4 for everything, and the Certain Light at the End for PC are all going to be released. Ben 10 Power Trip coming out on the 9th. Honestly, I just looked at that, and I thought that this was like a remastered or something, because it just didn't look like it was up to today's graphics. But it's a brand new release. And
Ben 10 Power Trip?
it's kind of cringy, honestly, to see their little gameplay trailer, because I thought that it was a remastered from like PlayStation 1 or 2.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That looks so bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god! What the hell?
It does not. It doesn't look like a 2020 game. I was kind of excited to see a Ben 10 title, because Ben 10 is like everything in my childhood, but that's a bummer to even just see those graphics that they decided to go with. I'm already disappointed.
That game's gonna flop.
Yeah,
I'm very disappointed. That looks like at least PlayStation 1.
Yeah, like I said, I thought it was a remastered.
It's so weird. The character models look like something from maybe the PlayStation 2 going into PlayStation 3, but then the scenery looks like something out of the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, like it
so
looks
bad.
like OG Spyro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it does. That's
They're
a
all
good way
like
to put it.
blocky and just I don't like it.
Okay, well, fat rip on that one.
FIFA 21 also coming out on the 9th, as well as the Survivalists.
Nice. I'm excited for FIFA. I think I might get this FIFA because I want to play FIFA. I've been so into football, recently. So
Football.
football. Anyway, yeah. That's those are the games. If you guys want to check them out, check them out. Honestly, like here's the thing: if you're waiting for Cyberpunk, none of this is gonna curb you. That's all I'm saying. All of these are. I take it back. I heard Iconfell is supposed to be amazing. A lot of people have been raving about that. So if you want to look at Iconfell, look at Iconfell. Other than that, like if you're into sports, FIFA.
But I mean, if you like D&D, Baldur's Gate. So.
I've heard that that is in early access and that a lot of it is not out yet. If that makes sense. It's one of those things that they're like they like release the stuff that's done. I could be wrong in that. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. So I have to look into it, but I'm pretty sure that it's something that they're like not releasing in parts, but like releasing as stuff is done.
I mean, you can look on Steam right now, and it's on Steam.
Is it?
I mean, yeah.
Well, I gotta pull this up,
let me take a look here, because I'm pretty sure you can start playing it right now. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, $60.
Baldur's. Did I spell it wrong?
Baldur.
Baldur.
Yeah, you can buy it right now and play it.
Baldur's Gate. Where's 3? I can't find 3. Whatever. I'll look at it later. Anyway, yeah. So if you're into that stuff, you're into that stuff. Do we have any good news? Did you guys find anything good about this week? Any good news?
No,
No?
not really. I mean,
I've heard about it.
Not in particular. No.
I've heard a lot of bad news this week. There's a lot of bad stuff that's gone down.
do we want to switch it up and
No, we don't.
News?
No,
if anyone wants bad news, they can go literally look anywhere.
Yeah. If you want to listen to some bad news, if you want to hear some bad news, look up why the stock market took a dip midday today. That is sucky. No, it's not. Yeah, it sucks. Anyway,
Jeez.
that's BroTalk.
I mean, that was kind of a more laid back kind of like
that was very laid back.
We're chilling. We're all
chilling. I'm sorry. I'm so tired. This was a long weekend and a long day, so forgive me.
You see these Palpatine eye bags that I got going here?
Yeah. Use your anger.
Do it. Do it.
God, it's like you had a bad day, Dan. I'm sitting here. I was at work. Friggin', the boss and his son were yelling at each other. Oh my god.
Nice.
Do it. I am your
Dear
grandfather.
The most uncomfortable I've ever been.
Yikes. That's where you just like walk away. You start laughing at them and then you walk away. That's what I would have done. Anyway,
Jesus.
this has been BroTalk. Thanks for being here, dudes. Hope you enjoyed. This is episode 20. And we'll be back on Friday. Yeah, for 21.
Friday.
So if you're 21 years old, you better to listen to it because it'll be episode 21. That's my logic behind it. Thank you for listening. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye.